ежедневный жар в долине Дагестана. Свинцом в груди лежал недвижим я. Глубокая еще дымилась рана, по капле кровь точилась моя. Лежал один я на песке долины, уступы скал теснились кругом, и солнце жгло их желтые вершины, и жгло меня. Но спал я мертвым сном, и снился мне, сияющий огнями, вечерний пир в родимой стороне. Меж юных жен, увенчанных цветами, шел разговор веселый обо мне. Но в разговор веселый не вступая, сидела там задумчиво одна, и в грустный сон душа ее молодая, Бог знает чем, была погружена. И снилась ей долина Дагестана, знакомый труп лежал в долине той, в его груди, дымясь, чернела рана, и кровь лилась хладеющей струей.
I met Justinas Mikutis in the border town Vorkuta. He was brought there from Ukta. He was a veteran prisoner, and I was a novice. The rules in the forced labor camps then were such that every new arriving party of prisoners were confined in an isolated quarantine barrack. They wanted to recruit him to make him an informer. There was some commander or investigator there who, as I was told, kept inviting him and forcing him to collaborate. But he refused outright. Once he sat completely silent, while the investigator went on shouting, waving his pistol in front of Justinas' face, bullying him for several hours. And so it lasted for several hours, until at last Justinas asked, "Citizen investigator, why are you bullying people so much? You are a man like us, and you have a soul, haven't you? You will suffer a lot." He was beaten then so hard that he lost his consciousness. His opinion about his practical abilities was realistic. He knew it was next to impossible to escape from concentration camps because of the severe climate, absence of food reserve, poor health. Should he seize an opportunity or not? He did escape, of course, together with 2 or 3 others. They wandered through swamps and moors among tiny birches and pine trees for 2 days. And then they were captured because dogs had followed in their traces. His friends were shot because the soldiers were also afraid. And then they set dogs on him. He suffered seriously. The scars are still visible.
He told me about one interesting moment when he had some vision or similar experience of a bliss, an extraordinary bliss. He said that for those seconds of spiritual ecstasy, he could sacrifice his whole life. It was like being in the paradise. That was a unique moment of my life, he said.
Pamačiau ir pats pabuvau rojaus kampelį. Bet tai tas vienintelis toks mano gyvenime, sakau, buvo toks momentas.
When climbing upstairs from the mine, he told me I once collapsed and couldn't muster strength to rise on my feet again. I fell into a doze, and then I saw my mother in a dream, and she told me, get up, Justinas, you won't die. Sometimes the prisoner would get a parcel, and his mates would gather for a treat, or simply to have some tea or hot boiled water. There were 4 of them who met most often, who were getting along best of all. They were Justinas, a student from Leningrad, and 2 Germans, one of whom recently died, was quite well known, and the other returned home. He's an old man already, but he was a professor at Bonn University. I was told that Justinas had enjoyed those evenings, for he never lacked ideas and was willing to share them with others. And he came there one day when they had to meet and said, I won't stay with you today. The people were surprised and asked him why. He answered, my mother has died. Have you received the telegram, they asked? He answered, no, I haven't received any message. So how can you know? Justinas said, I know, and I'm going to pray. He had greatly changed by then. He was serving the last days of his sentence in a labor camp, working in a mine, when he suddenly wrote an application.
kažką tokio nežinau. Mes tam lageryje aš nebuvom kartu. Tik man pasakojo,
he was told he could get another sentence for
kad
it.
jis parašęs ir galėjo
Years later,
už tai užsidirbti.
when we met in Vilnius, I asked him,
paklausiau jo,
Justus,
tu taip darai.
why did you do that? He replied
Sakė,
that he had wanted to test himself once more.